All right. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for air signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, wherever you might have that in your chart. And the beautiful thing is, we all have everything in our chart. So this could be for you. And it's my intention there's something in here for everyone. Also, my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this, is the right time for you. And I just need to apologize. I have terrible Wi-Fi. Every single video gets messed up somewhere, somehow. So just bear with me. Um, I kind of think of it as when parts cut out, it's the universe being like, nah, you don't need to say that, or people don't need to hear that. So just know you're getting the messages you need. But you might have to be a little patient to get them, especially if you're watching live. Because that's the problem with going live is I am I am a victim to my terrible internet. So, oh well, it won't always be this way. um, I have chosen three cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I have let the universe choose a song. And the title of your song is Counting Stars. And this is really speaking to me about, based on the cards that have come up, about counting your blessings, of focusing on what you have already created in your life, because in doing that, in kind of reevaluating, reassessing, just kind of looking over where you've been, there's some piece of information that you're going to gain that's going to help boost you to the next blessing or set of blessings. So we start with the thinker, which is all about strategizing, analyzing a situation, taking things at face value, and understanding that what you see is what it is. There's no reading between the lines here. And I think it's you're in this space of analyzing, figuring things out, because we have the exchanging gifts, right? Exchanging gifts in protection. And this is like, it could be a couple of things. It's that um you've really been wanting something. The dragons, hello, good morning. You've really been wanting something, but it's kind of that thing where you have this dream, you have this vision, this goal, and then it finally comes to you, and then you realize, oh crap, I'm not prepared. Or there's all these things that I'm suddenly presented with, and I don't know how to deal with it. And so you're in this place of strategizing, of analyzing. Okay, I really want this thing, but I'm realizing that I'm not ready for it in some way. In some way. And this can also be about having been in situations where you've been overgiving, it, either on purpose, like just on purpose, on because you that's kind of your natural knee jerk reaction. That's what you do. You like to give, but then it's a little bit more difficult to receive it. But it can also be that people are expecting you to continue to give, and you're not getting back as much as you're giving. And so it really has you in this place of thinking, analyzing, what, how can I change this situation? And then we get clean it up. And this is it's going within, doing that analytical work, seeing what you need to learn, counting your blessings, making a list of all the things that have worked for you up to this point. Don't fix what ain't broke, kind of thing, but understanding that there's some piece of the puzzle that you don't have yet, that you need in order to to get to the next blessings. And maybe it's learning how to receive, or learning how to set boundaries with people and be like, well, I will do this much, but I need to be met halfway. um so yeah, I definitely get this sense of you you knowing that it's up to you to get to your next thing, and you're taking the time to think about it, to strategize how to do it, to make those lists, to get yourself to that next level and do that inner work. Wherever we feel stuck, it all on the outside. Um, the dragon says, yes, I've been overgiving through energy, but I know they all will receive the gifts. I'm sure you know how the universe gets our gifts to others when we create the energy for others. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, it's one of those things where it's about finding the balance. Like, it's great to give. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's finding the balance in allowing yourself to receive, knowing that you're worth receiving as much as you give, and sometimes having to put your foot down or set some boundaries with people who expect more than they're willing to give. so anyway, let's go into the good tarot and see what the good tarot has to say about this. The call. This card in this deck is about passion. Following your passion leads you to prosperity. It's this whole idea of when you do what you love, when you're grateful for everything that's brought you to where you are, and you take that and run with it, you let that fuel you. it's it it creates momentum, and it takes you to this higher place. And I think this is a part of the what you're analyzing, what you're thinking about and strategizing about. What Something that you love is being presented to you, and you're trying to figure out, okay, what are the next steps? What do I need to do or learn in order to actually realize this dream, to make it a reality? When you're alone in the dark, allow the moon to light your path. That's right. That's right. Strength, calling upon your inner strength, knowing that you have what it takes to go the distance, to realize your dreams through following your passions. And sometimes following our passions is it can it can feel like you're crawling around in the dark, like maybe you don't have what it takes. Maybe you're kind of being confronted with realizing that you have so much more to learn in order to achieve what you want, and there's a sense of like, oh god, I don't even know if I can do this. But yes, you can. And you have assistance. She's leaning on the lion, and it's like she's almost allowing the lion to lead her. And so it's like, it kind of makes me think of your higher power. Like, you're given the passion, you are given this gift from the universe. We'll put this in the upright. and so it's allowing your passion to lead you. It's allowing your inspiration to lead you to the next steps, because that is a direct message from your higher power. And Hermit. Wow. 3 major arcanas. This is huge. This is a huge transformation in your life. You are being led to something that it's your mission in life to do this thing. It is your calling, it is your purpose. And the Hermit is all about taking that time, going within, and analyzing everything from all the different angles. And, sometimes the hermit can be a literal s- separating yourself from the world, um, being alone, going on a nature walk by yourself, or, holing up in your house and just like meditating, journaling, um, really trying to dive into making those lists of what you need to do in order to move ahead, and cleaning up. You could be literally cleaning up your space, because there's a direct effect on our internal world when we clean up our external world. And it works both ways. So as you're um doing this inner work and starting to make the list, you might realize, okay, in order to take these next steps, I need to have a good office space, a good workspace. I want to be working from home and I don't really have a good space. So I'm going to clean up my area. I'm going to rearrange a little bit to make it more conducive to learning and writing those lists, whatever you're doing. Charlie. Oh my god, that's so cool. You know what? This cat's name is Charlie. That's super cool. Yeah, she is totally backing me up. She always has my back. She's awesome. um, the dragon says, "Oh boy, as soon as you think you know all you need to know, then you realize you need to learn more. So I've come to realize no matter how far down the path you go, you always will be learning." Yeah, that's the thing about life. And that's why as you get older, you start to realize the more you learn, the less you know. A lot of people in their later years will tell you that, like, it's a everything is a rabbit hole, and you can just go on and on forever. um yeah. Oh, and the dragon says, Zeus told his son when his son was on earth that in order to win your wars or battles, it is a lot easier to win when you go within. Nice. Yeah, I don't know a lot of mythology, but that's really cool. um Hercules, wasn't Hercules Zeus's son? Maybe, I don't know, Zeus probably had a lot of sons. All right. Let's go to the Oracle Tarot and see what that has to say. Put down your burden. It's time to let a cycle close out. You've you must be feeling like you were carrying some kind of burden, maybe for other people. And it's finally time for you to be like, okay, okay, this is too much. I'm not getting my value for what I'm giving. It's become too heavy, and it's time for me to release this so that there's more space, more energy for what I actually want, for this new beginning, to dive into this calling, this passion. Morpheus in the Matrix did say, "Take the red pill and I'll show you how far the rabbit hole goes." Nice. Haven't seen that movie in a while, but yes. Yeah, it's your choice. It always comes down to your choice. Take the red pill or blue pill. Do you want to be do you want to be released from the illusions? Do you want to become enlightened? There's a heavy price when you take the red pill, but it's so much more empowering. And that's when you learn how to fly, right? Okay, so then we get celebration and bounty. 3 of Cups. This is where you gain your strength, is coming together with others of like mind who are able to support you, or who are able to give back to you as much as you give. This is this feels like changing your world, a fundamental shift in what you see around you, in what's going on around you, the people, the experiences, the situations. And justice, making honorable choices. The honorable choices that are right for you, that that not only uplift you, but uplift others. And we no. I was gonna say we have justice again, but we have another major arcana. This is finding the balance. Your life has been out of balance, and you are doing the work to clean it up. You're analyzing, thinking, strategizing, and that is bringing you into balance, helping you understand what exactly it is you need to do to learn whatever to get to the next level your way. It's really cool. It's really exciting. Okay, so let's look at the what is it? Wisdom of Avalon. Wisdom of Avalon, the serpent, knowledge and healing. Gaining knowledge in order to move forward. Gaining the understanding to follow the call, to follow your passion. And there's a huge amount of healing here. It's shedding your old skin, and it's a process. Having that skin on, that old skin, and was getting too tight, very uncomfortable. And it's like putting down the burden. It's like releasing yourself from that constriction. Most will never know the weight we gain when we dive down the hole. The Raven, magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. Oh my gosh, totally. And the Aries is here. Hello. That's awesome. Welcome. I got my whole tribe here. Well, a lot of them. Yay. Yeah, and magic. When you follow your call, when you follow your passion, that's when you start to see the magic in your life. That's when things really start to align because you're tapped in to what your higher power wants for you. The universe is like, "Oh, you're listening now. Here you go. Here are the things that are going to help lead you in the direction you need to go. You're not constricted anymore. You're not energetically closed off." Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Huge leveling up. And then we get the dog, loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love. Being loyal to yourself, making the honorable choices for yourself and others. When you are loyal and sincere to yourself, then you're able to be that way to others. Typically, the way we treat others always reflects how we treat ourselves. And then once you are putting that out into the world, it comes back to you bigger and better than before. You get what you give, but so much more. Okay, so where are we at? Let me look at the Osho Zen Tarot on this. I'm so excited. My birthday's coming up, and I'm going to treat myself to a new deck. Maybe two. We'll see. Going with the flow. Going with the flow. There's been some amount of trying to swim upstream, and it hasn't been working, and that's where the imbalance is happening. You've been going against the current, pushing yourself so hard and not getting where you need to go. And once you turn around and you just let the flow take you, this is I think this is a part of what you're learning. This is a part of what you're doing to clean things up. You're like, okay, okay, universe, God, spirit, source, whatever. What do I need to do? What's my next step? Well, start by relaxing. Start by just floating along and see what happens. And we get healing again. Yeah, there's some major healing happening here. In order to level up, there always needs to be a healing. And this card in particular, it's like it's bringing your head and your gut into balance, and that opens your heart. It lets the light shine. The light is already there. It's just allowing it to come out more, to shine brighter. bigger and brighter. Okay, and awareness. Yeah, God, holy major arcanas, Batman. Oh, seriously, this is so great. Um, this card is like you've been trapped. You've been stuck behind this veil. You're this is you taking the red pill. This is your you're like I'm I'm done with the illusions. I'm done with being stuck. I'm burning away what's the obstacles, the whatever's been keeping me from my greatness, from my joy, my passion. And she's or they she w- they're coming through and they look so serene and just finally like this is going with the flow because this isn't it's not hot fire, it's cold fire. It's almost like water. It makes me think of there's certain kinds of substances where it's I can't think of what it oh, cellulose maybe, where when it's dry, it's solid, it's kind of like this veil, this curtain, but then you add water to it, that whole go with the flow thing, and then it just dissolves and allows you, that inner, most authentic part of yourself to come through. And and this is where you find your serenity, where you find your joy, because you're like, yes, I'm finally free. And that's what's happening through this healing. All right. So, what am I doing next? I'm going to go with my animal oracle deck. Spirit animal oracle deck. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. Yeah, cuz your power lies in the moment, in the present, and this is where you gain the clarity that you need. Having some kind of meditation practice, journaling, writing those lists, that's all about being in the present moment. Where are you at right in this moment? How can you clean things up right now? And being here now releases you from the past, from depression because of things not working out, or anxiety of how things might work out. This is all about being in the moment. Mhm. And dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. I have mentioned illusion a couple of times, haven't I? The blue pill is all about keeping us in illusion. It's like, yeah, it's seeing the truth, understanding where you have been stuck and why you haven't been able to move forward. And the great thing about the dragonfly is that the dragonfly, they can stop in midair and just hover, and then suddenly turn in the opposite direction and go. And I feel like that's what's happening is you're kind of hovering, and you're taking the time to heal while you're doing this. And once you get to that point where you gain that awareness, then you're just able to go. And the hummingbird can do the same thing. And I just learned this, the hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backward. Fun fact. Um, okay, and snake spirit. I was wondering if we were gonna get the same animals. Yeah, we got the snake. And this says time to heal. Heal. Healing is huge for you. This is what's on the menu. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. This is great. Doing that healing, and that's that is your that is the missing piece. When you as you go through this healing, you're going to find that missing piece, and that's when you're going to suddenly be able to course correct and shoot off in a new direction. Okay, let me finish off with the angelic messenger cards. Yes, we have everything in us. And that's the thing. Like the world reflects back to us. Anything that we see, good or bad, in what we consider bad in the world around us, it means that it's reflecting what's within us. We don't see what we aren't. Inner authority. Yeah, this is you taking your power back. This is all about owning your awesomeness, being authentic to yourself, finally setting those boundaries, finally knowing that you need to your follow the call that's coming from within you. No one else can tell you what to do. I mean, they can try. But this is you being like, no, I know what's right for me. No one knows better than you. Trust. Trust that it's all working out, that the universe has your back, that you will get through this healing. You will gain the wisdom, the understanding. You will gain that final piece to the puzzle. And vulnerability. This card has been coming up a lot. This is where your strength lies. She is allowing herself to be vulnerable. She is allowing herself to be led by a lion that could turn around and eat her. And yet she knows that it's not going to, because she's being led in the right direction. This it's she has taken it almost feels like she's taken her fear and made it her friend. And that's maybe this is part of the puzzle piece, is understanding that fear has been holding you back, and you are learning to acknowledge and accept that part of you that has been trying to help you. That's where fear comes from. It's just a part of us trying to keep us safe. You are making yourself vulnerable, and being authentic to yourself, tapping into your inner authority is, you have to be vulnerable in order to do that. When we are trying to protect ourselves, we're not being vulnerable. We're keeping ourselves closed off. Being vulnerable is opening up ourselves wide. And when you do that, it's allowing the universe to guide you. It's going with the flow, and that's why there's strength in doing this. Okay, so there's your reading. I'm going to call that. This is so beautiful. I'm so excited for you in this journey. It's huge. It's so transformative, and you're going to come out the other side and just, yeah, leveling up. Absolutely. So I wish you well. And thank you so much for joining me as always. I enjoyed this so much, and I really appreciate you for being here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.